Having problems throughout life is a normal cycle we all go through. It's according to your personality how it affects you for the rest of your life. A genius's creativity can be halted because they overthink about mistakes from the past. The brain stops working normally, and you get a mind block. Scientists, however, have been working on finding ways how to kill these mind blocks. And they found that the way that was most helpful was training. Physical training and sports, to be specific. Studies show that when a person is training, the mind begins to clear, forgetting the problems it has, and putting all that stress through muscle fatigue. And not only that, it also helps with giving the person a sense of freedom, feeling like their mind can work again. It can also help with the arrangement of your day. Now, I'm not the most organized person, and I never was, and I can admit that. And when I started going to the gym, I had to give myself a schedule. And I thought, okay, what if I put this schedule in my day-to-day routine? And from that point, I could have a clear sense of time. I knew what I was doing every minute of the day, and I wasn't lost like I was before. The United Nations General Ban Ki-moon said something along the lines of, sports has the power to help give potential in individuals, major communities, and nations. It encourages personal growth, and it is a major force in breaking down barriers. Now, what that means is, through sports and exercise, there's nothing different between you and me. Whatever gender you are, whatever race, we are all the same. As a kid, I was very weird. I was always bouncing around, terrible memory, no concentration, horrible organization. My parents were like, he'll get through it, he's still a kid. When he grows up, it'll go away. And it kept going on until I reached high school. And the problems got worse. My parents took me to a doctor. The doctor said, your kid has ADHD. And to get an idea of what ADHD is, imagine sitting in a classroom. Teacher's talking about some boring topic. Now he's tapping his pencil. He's crumpling paper. He's talking with his friend. Distraction, 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 distraction. I've lost my train of thought. I don't know what the lesson's talking about. And that's another failed quiz. To add on to that, at a stage of my life, I had depression. And it was very bad. I was probably at the lowest point in my life I ever was. I felt that if everyone was in a building, it was split into two sides, and I was on that side alone. I didn't know what my meaning was in life. I didn't know why I was on this earth. My dad comes up to me one day and he says, Ahmed, this is the first time that I haven't seen you smiling. You always smile, and you're looking pale, and you're not looking good. So he encourages me to start going to the gym. And after months and months of dedication and hard work, I felt rejuvenated. I felt like I was born again. I felt like I came out a new man. I could breathe in the clean air. I could feel the blood coursing through my body. I didn't feel different anymore. I felt normal. I walked amongst the public as one of them. I didn't feel like I couldn't belong. I knew what I was meant to do here. Now you might be thinking, okay, but where's all the proof and the backing? Well, studies show that exercising is actually one of the best ways to get rid of depression. It actually works just like antidepressant medications would. It does this by releasing the endorphins, or the chemicals, in your mind, giving you a sense of calmness and relaxation. What it also does is it helped me with my ADHD, improve my concentration, my memory, and my focus. It does this by increasing the levels of serotonin, norepinephrine, and dopamine, all which affect focus in your mind. Not only that, it's a great distraction for people with depression as it gets you away from those negative thoughts. It takes you to a place where you're focusing on something else and not on those things that seemed so inconvenient before. Our aim here is to send the message out and to get everybody to notice that this is a problem and that we can get through this with sport. That with sport we can break down these barriers and that there's nothing that can stop us. And now you might be thinking, well, that's great. It helps with mental illnesses. But what about day-to-day mental issues like stress and anxiety? Everyone gets that. Well, it's also proven that training can also help with anxiety, with stress, and with boosting your morale. Not only does it release the endorphins in your mind, it also helps you have a sense of relaxation and the tense in your muscles. Now, when you get stressed, sometimes you get muscle pain in your neck, in your shoulders, in your face. You might feel tightness around your chest. Your heart might pound. You might get insomnia. You might get feelings to vomit. And all those physical aspects of stress build on your mental stress, creating a vicious cycle. But this vicious cycle can be stopped with physical training, as in your body and your mind are linked. If your body is healthy and your body is good, so is your mind, and vice versa. Now, training isn't just a way to help your mind, it's also a good way to get into great shape. When you wake up in the morning looking at the mirror, feeling happy about the image that you see, feeling proud that you're not going to downgrade yourself when you go outside, it's empowering. But let's not forget, none of this is possible without dedication. Exercising is not possible without the struggle, and the struggle would be nothing without the satisfaction, because you would not feel like you earned it. We all have a great image inside of us. We do. We just need the courage and the motivation to show everyone else that image on the outside. Thank you.